First message that I see is I'm ready. I'm ready too. We are here getting closer to the start of the last practice session of today. That will be also the last practice session before the qualification starting at 5 p.m. today. So it is a day of real competitive action here in Riga today. Welcome back. One thing that I need to mention, you guys, I was like, I don't know, 5 times telling you that I'm gonna fix the issue with the zoom or zoom in the camera number 2, and I haven't done it. There's a reason for that. When I had everything now up and running, the camera number 2 was missing. What I have done is that I swapped the cameras between the 2 and 3, like physically. I went to swap the camera 2 as well. But when I got these up and running after the break, there was, the camera menu was actually showing in place of this screen here. Then I jumped across the track, ran to the camera, rebooted it, and guess what? Forgot to zoom it back in because it is automatic. The zoom lens goes in and then it goes out, and then I simply forgot to do that. And I only realized that when I was back here in the grandstand, and I am not gonna run again to the camera because it requires some acrobatics to get over those fences and everything, and I don't want to do it too many times so that people don't start to think I'm crazy. I try my best to fix that for tomorrow then. So hopefully we will manage with this setup today. The entry camera is the same one, this is the same one, but here we have a little more of a angle. What is it called? It's more wide angle. So we should see the cars entering this zone more early than before, especially when it's really smoky. And I kind of need to swap to this camera. I think it's better that we can see the cars earlier than before. So improving things piece by piece. Fortunately, it was now only 1 out of 2 I get fulfilled. But hey, I'm not here to talk too much about camera failures. I'm enjoying making this in a good weather. We have now even a little bit of a sunshine. We might not have that for long, but overall it has been nice weather today. Questions about Kaukonen once again. I yesterday had that Joko Kaukonen Ajo t-shirt. According to my knowledge, he should be here as a spectator. And most likely, in case of him, he would be in the VIP area. I didn't see him yesterday, but hopefully I will have a chance to talk to him during this trip. He's a wonderful gentleman and a good drifter and a very important character for Finnish drifting. But hey, let's move on towards this training session. We have again 3 groups. It will be only half an hour per group this time, so the entire session will only be lasting 1 hour and 50 minutes. So this will be rather short. Earlier today we have seen Ela Koko's George Christopher's engine fail. There was a hole in the engine block, so they are, as we speak, replacing the engine in his BMW 1M car. Not ideal start for the weekend for sure, but as we have seen so many times this year, teams they just need to get the hits sometime and then look forward, never give up, and then we're back stronger than ever. Joshua Bane, after the massive crash yesterday, you might have seen it in social media as a replay or in my stream yesterday. The car is back up and running. He did pretty nice runs already today in the first practice, so he is back. All the fins, mechanically, everything seems to be fine. Hopefully also mentally and physically. That would be something at least Finnish Drift fans would really hope that no mechanical issues this week. And what else? The qualification will start at 5 p.m. local time today, and this is the last driving event or session before that happens. So why don't we just try to get on the mood of enjoying a drifting practice session despite the camera angle here not being as narrow as anticipated. And as we can see, we have a nice amount of fans already here. I don't know if it's fair to compare it to Finland, but in Finland we had almost full house at this time of the qualification day. A lot of Finns expected, Finnish fans here in Latvia too. And I hope also for the sake of all the spectators that it's going to be dry session and dry qualification today. In 3 minutes we are then starting the first session, which is the session A that has all the wildcard drivers and the drivers in the lower part of the standings this phase of the season. And it's going to be second group, Group B, for the mid-tier guys, and then the hot group, Group C, will be the last one. And maybe important and interesting for the Finnish fans here, as well as all the other Lauri Heinonen fans, that he will drive in Group B because of the mechanical failures and loss of success due to that earlier in the season. He is now there in the mid-tier group, so that is the case. But hey, his car seems to work just fine. So I think that's something that we all want to know. We probably all hope that this season is gonna be like a rest of the season, like a proper farewell for that magnificent engine that they are not gonna run, at least in the new car next year. I haven't heard anything about anything being wrong with Pöytälaakso's engine. He did laps in today's and yesterday's practice just like normal amount of laps. Yesterday evening it was really calm at their paddock. No action on the car, so I think that usually indicates that everything is just fine. Hello, Rudy the robot. I don't know if it's... I will take that as a positive. Yeah. Once again, I don't know, I don't remember who requested it, better zoom level of the... Okay, and where we're going. I think we were a little bit early. Well, that was like, you think about surprising somebody. it managed to start 1 minute before the schedule, so I was like really not prepared for it. But hey, here we are. The session is on, everything is fine, weather is fine. Let's see how it's gonna turn out. In that first pairing there was Clint van Oort. And who was the other one? Really don't remember now. It was took all of my attention to catch up these guys and make that happen. Hey, next one coming. That is Matthias Lindell in a solo run. This camera being the problem child once more. Hopefully it will do some of its tricks that it can do itself, and maybe the link will be better soon. It's constantly shooting for. That is not how to take clip number 5. So let's see what happened there. I think he was even lacking some speed there, but somehow the front washed out, and then he's taking all of that good massage to the bottom of that GT86 through those curbs. Not an ideal way to start a practice session, for sure. Then the question is, who is next? That would be Alvis Lex Collins. Question being, is the point of view, the field of view, any better in that finish line camera than before? Sure. And unfortunately, this one I forgot to zoom this in. Oh, I didn't forget to zoom it in, but I had done that with the camera, and then the camera just had turned itself to be like in the one of its menus and showing all of that in the HDMI. So I needed to go back to the camera, reboot it, and guess what? I forgot to zoom in again. Okay. Where are these guys coming back? Did I manage to get a replay of what might have happened there? Proof of Juha Pöytälahti's car running just fine. No issues whatsoever. Well, that's hard to say what happened there. In the end, both of them just stopped driving. Then we have Harry Kerr. Okay. That is the one way to take the second turn here. What happened there? Okay, it was just way too much angle there. Got the clip though. Andrius Vasiliauskas. A nice one. He is the pioneer of bringing the G86 BMW into this level of drifting. He made its debut last year here in Riga, Drift Masters, with that car. And he told me in the interview yesterday that he's now a little bit bored because BMW doesn't bring a new model every year, so he has come to compete with the old one, or this one. Mr. Smokey Marsha Martin Immermanis from Latvia. And the next one is Team Oskar Häl with Juha Pöytälaakso, I believe. There's a little bit of a hesitation there at some point of the run. Team Oskar having a good speed there. Matching that with Juha Pöytälaakso's or getting ahead of him, certainly not an easy treat. Yves Meyer clearly not having everything okay, or just having a sighting lap. Yes, he's headed back to the paddock. We are waiting for the next to come. Daniels Baumanis. And gets the applause deserved from the local audience. Karim Hani. No idea whatsoever where the car is in that cloud of smoke. I think Karim just bowled one cone down, which is now back. So we have Enver Haskasab. Seam Oscar just finishing it pretty nicely. Let's see what was the issue with Enver's right there. Did he lose a rear tire? Yes, yes, that seems to be the case. That's why the driving looked so weird, and he just drove past here and is headed back to pits. So the tire DVD, that's also... No, it was not the case. I'm sorry, I did completely see that wrong. Just looked to me that the car was in so weird angle, but we are here and we can take a look on Roman Kondrachenko's entry there. It was way too deep. It will come right out of this because this is just how the replay works. Still kept it in the concrete patch. North. We're now a little bit back with this camera. Harry Kerr, Karim Hani. Talvis Let's Kalnins. Somebody was asking how I am switching all the camera angles while I'm driving the camera here. That is an interesting question, and I have like a handbar that has a zoom control. I'm driving it with one hand like this, and I have this kind of controller. I have all of the cameras at my fingertips, so this is the camera number 1. To reply to your question and comment. No iPad involved or any other kind of eye products here. And now we're facing the situation what I mentioned earlier in the previous stream about the smoke and sunshine, which is like, usually a nice combination, but it just overexposes the image so that it's really hard to see or film the car through the smoke. But the sunshine is pretty equal to the rain, very hard to control, at least with this kind of a one-man production in an outdoor sports event. And Matthias Lindell next. Getting some applause from the Finnish spectators, I would assume. Or can be some other nationality, who knows. And the show goes on. Konstantin Shurenko. At least this finish line camera is doing its job. It's really cannot see to the last part of the track through this camera at all. There's a small plane flying on top of the track right now, like a Cessna or Piper. As we have Daniels Baumanis with Roman Kondrachenka, the wild card battle here. Who's next? Enver Haskasa. Okay, what seems to be the issue there? Was there a rear tire in fire or what? Oh, certainly they are not squirting that extinguisher stuff there just for fun. Okay, I'm gone. I'm out. The fire is out. And then Juha Pöytälaakso once again, and somebody in a park phase. Did Juha have a little bit of a moment there? It's coming to clip number 5. A little bit too deep. I don't know if he hit the curb though. And Evemeyer once again, and now drifting this time. Toyota Yaris GR Drift Missile with 2 JZ power. As there's so many other cars here in the lineup as well. Powered by 2 JZ. Simos Karhal. Raman Kondrachenko. We have a small, like a little bit more favorable to us that it's not filling the last corner. Or maybe I have been missing that gap earlier. If there is a suspicion that it might have been my fault, I always think it most likely have been my fault, so, or my mistake. Sinfanord and Konstantin Shurenko. I think the smoke clears now better. And the cone has left the building once again. And Harry Kerr in a solo run, apparently. Sounded like a last pair of tires in today's practice sessions. Goes right. We have 2 minutes left of this group, Group A, group of the wildcards, and other ones who are lower in the standings this year. See who's next. We should have at least 2-3 cars or battles here. That's gonna be Matias Lindell, Juha Pöytälaakso, Okay, there was a comment about the audio. Can do things about it. Oh, it was a comment that the microphone I'm speaking to is giving some distortion, and the cars are not sounding could sound more, so we can adjust. Don't you worry, guys. Let's take next one. So we should have a little bit from the mic of this camera and the last camera. So maybe it will be a little bit more ear candy to your delicate ears. And almost remembered to switch the camera. Don't know if that helped. Also might be that the audio level on the cameras are very, very low. that when I'm filming the cars driving by, and if I somehow try to monitor the volume at the same time, it's not that easy. I think we are close to that. We have seen all of the drivers from that group one. We have some pedestrian traffic in the truck. Okay, so it is a break time. We still have until what is it, 1 hour and 20 minutes to go. This is scheduled to end at let me check 15:50. So there's now two groups to go, B and C, the mid-tier group with Lauri Heinonen in it, as well as Group C, the top-tier group. And the sun is shining, which is nice, but now it's also warming quite nicely. Even feels hot after that time. Overcast sky, not to mention the small drizzle and wind. Okay, about our comments. Among the Finns, it has been a lot of engine talk this year. There has been two JZs blowing up. There has been one ill-fated NASCAR engine blowing up. But I think it's also the LS engines and whatnot that has been breaking down. And of course, it is easy to kind of judge the engine builder, judge the team, judge the driver, judge anything. I think it's good for everybody to understand that these are race engines that are pushed to the very limit. Of course, the good question is that is it pushed too far? Doesn't matter if you have all the horsepower in the world. If the engine is broken, you would need to be competing. But I don't think that any engine builder or team or anybody who works with these engines is, you know, deliberately making an engine that fails. So let's see. It is interesting topic. I think that topic will go on and continue as long as we have internal combustion engines in this sport. After that, we probably talk about something else, but or maybe we don't have drifting anymore. But anyway, um, It is good that we are here today and having this race ahead of us. Hey, now that we are on the break, go on and stretch your thumb a little bit and click that like button, whether if it's our phone or TV or computer. I know the like button is there and that is helping everybody else to find these streams. And unfortunately, I need to ask that every time because every time it is a different stream and different likes. So if you don't mind, click that like button and we will then see hopefully more people joining. So in 1 minute we should be ready to go. Based according to the schedule, or the guys who are painting the track lines are almost done. One is still there finishing the last clip. I guess he got the worst job because he has the longest job to do, biggest job to do, but okay, we are ready. I'm ready. Sun got into the cloud and any second now. Here they come. Macro. A little bit of a difficult time there. Missing his rear bumper. I really didn't have time to see what happened there again. Caught red-handed. Waiting for the next. And it's gonna be Kevin Pichkolty. Might be a Hungarian fan who brought the air horn with him. I think we need this kind of a culture in drifting fan base as well. Marko Zakoril. The master drone driver or operator or whatever you call it. Drone guys. Marko Zakorin turning back to the paddock. I think he asked from the marshal that how much tread does he have left and maybe was dissatisfied with the answer. Now we have Lauri Heinonen, his first run. David Spozov was chasing him down. Next of the Finns, we should have Jarkko Jylhä in this group as well. And many interesting drivers, including Jason Bannet, whose car was really almost totaled yesterday, but now he is back. This is Alan Hines. So if you cannot see Kevin Pichkolty through the smoke, but you can hear the air horn, you probably know that it was him driving. So, next drivers are waiting, and that is Jarkko Jylhä. And he gets applause from Finnish fans at least. I think that's the beauty of the Finnish fans, that they really are also cheering at sometimes to other nationality drivers as well. And we have Simon Olsen versus Lauri Heinonen, those yellow cards coming. Gonna do one more round, or no, he's gonna head back to the paddock, change the tires. Stay vegan. Vegan, a little bit sticky. Let's see, how was that situation in the these very well distorted images, except for this one. There he goes. That's just a little bit of a. There we have the cameraman position. Currently in its lower down position. Okay. That camera is useless now. This is Itaisane and Pakrol now already pushing it to the door. Let's take another look at that one, just because it was a quite nice looking tandem over there. Proximity is there, chase angle is there mostly, and the drone pilot doing a great job. Jackson Bonnet, and I believe let's see. We will now switch the DFS channel manually on that transmitter and see if that helps at all. Espenrode and alanines. And we are checking if it affects this. I think the channel change is not ready yet, but it's processing it. Now it should be complete. I don't know if it's any better than that. Than the previous one. But it is what it is. That is David Esposo. Well, that did very little to the signal here. I will try one of the ones that work better. Yeah, last time, then last session, channel number 5. It will take its time before it really changes it, but we have Jarkko Jylhä. And Joshua Bane really taking everything out of his anti-lag. The battling duo for the Rookie of the Year last year, Jarkko Jylhä and Sachon Bane. Jarkko Jylhä taking that one home in Poland last year, so remember that still. Let's see how this one then works. Probably not well. Maybe a little bit better. This was Marko Sakouril and Espenrode showing us how it's done. Hey, nice that we have over 2,000 viewers on the stream. Press that, still press that like button. This is Kevin Fishkalte. So I believe there is now a little bit over 10 minutes left of this practice group, Group B. Let's see if we have another run. Okay, it's gonna be Dave Egan over there. Dave getting a round of applause as well. We will so apparently it is something to do with these channels, because now I think we are back with this camera. I just, I kept changing these channels to different ones, and now we're back somehow. That's good. Hopefully we'll now understand that this is the channel that works. And we have Lauri Heinonen coming just as to verify that fact. Doesn't that sound magnificent? The cold shivers going through when that thing goes past. So, waiting for the next one. The Kubakro. Next. Alan Hines. 5 Olsen on his solo run.
Baby, tonight.
5 minutes to go in this session. No, it's not 5 minutes. Oh, I need to rethink. Now I need to even double check from my phone. What was this group? It's gonna be for 4 minutes to go. Then it's gonna be 10 minutes break, and then we start the final group at 3:20. And then the practice is done for today. Okay. So 4 minutes. And we have Jarkko Jyrä. Kevin Biscolt is 2JZ, as well as other 2JZs built by Samuli Saarimaa. They have this very, very distinctive sound, kind of a ripping loud sound. This one, and in the very delayed chase, Itai Sade in this black BMW, a carbon BMW. And we have Kuba Kroll and I believe Teemu Asunmaa yet again. One minute left of this group. Let's see if we have any cars more. What would be the situation? That yes, we will have Dave Egan and Alan Hines. A little bit of events here. I clicked that as a replay. So first of all, the cone was gone by Alan Hines, I believe. Yes. And then I think Alan Hines also missed a turn here. Went pretty much straight. Probably a little bit too much speed. Unfortunately, that was not captured in the replay. Okay, we have traffic on the track now, so it is not no more cars for this session. What? Must have been some people going to some other place. There was at least Simon Olsen. Left. So, are we done now? No? Jacqueline Bonnet. Let's take another view of that exit and finish. I guess he's really happy about the car working now. Now we see the paint trolleys and all of the maintenance guys getting back into the track, and yeah. Then I was gonna I don't remember which number day of this is doing live streams, and Red Bull called me. I think it's maybe day 22, 23. Okay, jokes aside. We are seeing a little bit of a cloudy sky. I think the forecast is claiming that we are not gonna see any rain out of these, but again, I'm really not a meteorologist, but I can certainly take a look. So it is the last half an hour session starting 20 past. And then it's gonna be until 3:50. Then we have a break, a little bit over an hour, and 5 o'clock it's gonna be the qualification, of course, local time, which also happens to be the finish time. It also starts to be the last chance to like this video to attract maybe a little bit more Drift fans following these streams and finding my channel. I think it would be nice if you can do that. Press that like button. Also on the other streams, and I keep repeating it. It's not, of course, like a thing that you automatically do every time you're watching something. I know that from my internet behavior that it is just how it is. But hey, here we are, almost done for today on my behalf. Of course, it always usually means that there is the main event coming. This is just the warm-up for everything, all of the heated action that we will have and see today later in the form of qualification. Once again, it's going to be 32 drivers put into order in that qualification session, and then those 32 drivers will present their skills tomorrow in the actual battles bracket. What I want to here also mention is tomorrow, there's going to be one practice session then for those 32 drivers. It is only going to be 1.5 hours. It's divided into two groups, A and B, and that goes by the side of the bracket. So the left side of the bracket will form the group A, and the right side of the bracket will form the group B. And that is only going to be, the practice is only going to be from 11:30 to 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. And that is only 40 minutes per group. A very short stint there. Then top 32 tomorrow, 2 o'clock. And then we have break after top 32 and before top 16. And there I will do some paddock interviews live. Of course, as of today, almost everything is live in this channel. So I will be doing those. Of course, the topics and everything will be heavily dictated about how the top 32 has gone with the drivers, and also at that point they know who are they gonna face in top 16. So that is like pretty much only new news for everything that is being covered there. And of course, if you like the streams, press that like button. Also press that subscribe button. Already achieved 10,000 subscribers yesterday, which was fantastic. And also there is this raffle slash game coming for Germany about the Roland Rudy Motorsports cap that has all the autographs of 2026 Drift Masters drivers, regular season drivers. That's going to be raffled to one of you subscribers. It's going to be a fun game. First, there will be 32 candidates raffled, and those 32 will be put into the top 32 qualifiers cars, virtually of course, and then with that driver, whoever wins, the winner will win the cap as well, with the subscriber on board the car virtually. I will explain that later, and I think the 32 participants will be raffled on the pre-race show that I usually do. That's going to be on Monday, exceptionally, for the Germany race. And yeah. And if you didn't know anything about this and you won this whole thing, you will be still informed, and don't need to actively participate in any of this if you don't like, but you might still win the cap if you are one of the subscribers of this channel. So, I guess it's any minute now, any second now. And we're going. The hot group with all the best position drivers, Drift Masters 2026. And we are go. That's Kuba Priskonski, Juha Rintanen first. What happened there? Nothing, I would say. Waiting for the second pair of guys coming. Piotr Wienczek. What was that about? Here we have everything else in order except for the filming. Then it was just Peter going too far, too deep, and hitting the curb, and there you can see how unforgiving that curb can be. Go too deep and you are frying. James Dean on a solo run. Oh, there he is. James Dean, ladies and gentlemen. Professor Babryskonsky. Who's next? Almost exciting to win. It will be Benediktas Tirba. Okay. Getting the applause he deserves. Let's see his entry here. He went a little bit wide. Not much, but he's just cleaning the outside of the track here and there. Probably also ruining my camera, but here it is. Here it is. Taito Joosu, thanks for the 10 euros. I am always so humbled about these donations, which are like spontaneous. Thank you so much. And it's Joy McKeever, James Dean. Okay, I guess we had a little bit of an internet drop there. I also just remembered that I forgot to switch off my Starlink. So hopefully, between these sessions, so hopefully it will be with me until the very end. Although it's not a catastrophe, the streaming device has its own SIM card and everything, but Connor Shanahan, Mika Keskikorpi, and this one. Sorry, I was distracted about that. That internet connection drop and missed the first camera on this one. But yeah, we're back. We are back, and yeah, hopefully we will then survive the following 20 minutes with the battery that the Starlink has. That was a lot of Sidur Pidur gas on this Estonian battle. That's a nice one. Korpolinski and Dwayne McKeever. Next we will see who we have. Nasser Al-Harbali taking a huge angle to that first clip. There you can also see a splash of rubble that probably we are back. What happened there? Okay. Niknak certainly took the new rules. Nobody has taken that today yet. Okay, seemingly we are having some interruptions on the internet, at least it has happened now twice. We have lost some 1500 frames in that. Unfortunately now it was, while the run was on, we will get there. Well, that was a mess from me and from Oliver Randalu as well. Let's see what happened there. Everything seems to be just okay, but it just sweeps it out of the frame. It's gone. So the internet connection now seems to be steady again. Piotr Vienczek and I believe Conor Shanahan. So I guess we are having some signs that we are closing to the qualification, so we are pushing it to, well, the drivers are pushing it to the very limit. And it is 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes until the break. And Conor Falvey. Conor Falvey, I think this was his first practice run now. The big news of this week has been Drift Games announcing being out from Drift Masters after this season. Of course, that meaning Conor Falvey needs to find another place. Dave Egan is gonna then most likely do something else than Drift Masters anyway. He has done his 2 years, but then I think, in my opinion, Conor Falvey, he has way too much talent to be just got out from Drift Masters. So hopefully he can gather a good sponsor package and find a team and keep going, continue doing what he's good at. So then we have yet another black and yellow battle. Benediktas Sirba in the lead. Niklas Bertans in the chase. Both of them receiving a good round of applause from the local fans. I have some Lithuanians here sitting close to me here in the grandstand, and why wouldn't there be? We are in the Baltics, in the very heart of it, in Riga. Very nice people here, everybody that I have met, and oh, it's James Dean It's wonderful to see James Dean drive. I think it looks like driving a toy car even. It's like so easy, like so playful. I don't know. There is a reason why he is one of the very best among all times in this sport, and I guess when they in so many things when it looks easy, it most likely is pretty good. Okay, that was end of Kevin Pessur's drifting on that one. Don't know what happened there. Maybe he just, saw that cannot be reasonably finished, so why not just abort mission, get back to the paddock, or actually back to the lineup. He will have at least get another run. Then we have Jack Shanahan on a quite long wide line, wide angle. Okay, what happened there? It was maybe a little bit too greedy on towards clip 5. Yeah, I think the car was upset it a little bit there, and then probably hit the curb, or I'm not sure, but anyway, he decided not to continue drifting over there. It's completely fine in the practice. Mr. Al-Harbali. To me, it looks like he's having those 265 tires now, and looked to me like they were like completely overcooked in the last corner. Like it looked to me that he didn't go nowhere. Like it's so slow, and he had all the revs, and maybe it was just the last of those tires anyway. Who knows? We have Mika Keskikorpi, one of the steady performers during the practice sessions this weekend. This run doesn't make any exception to that. I don't know if I have any sort of replay of Mika's driving this weekend, because there just hasn't been reason to press that replay button. Could I even say that it's a little bit boring? No, not at all. Good drifting is never boring. Is there something specific happening on the last corner? Juha Rintanen receiving applause here as well. He just didn't want to drift more. Here we go. We have 6 minutes left of this session. Glenn McKeever. Kuba Brzgonski and maybe Jack Shanahan. Certainly was Jack Shanahan. And now Connor Shanahan on a solo run. Vianchek took a remote chase on that one. Vianchek's car front is so low that when he cleans the front tires and turns the wheels, then the car slows down. Obviously the front tires are braking even though they're not braking, and then the front lip will always scrape the road while he's doing that. Oliver Randalu, Benedicta Sirva. Nice run. Almost ending this session here. We have 3 minutes to go. And for sure we will have some more runs. We are not done yet. And that is James' team. James Dean and Pavel Korpulinski. Ireland, Poland, Pavel Korpulinski being the current series leader. Having all kind of cameras fitted into his car. Hopefully they make a lot of good footage. So, Cornfalvi, Mika Keskikorpi. What would it be if it was not on the video? to the first mistake of Mika Keskikorpi this weekend? Or usually there are quite plenty of Estonian crazy fans here, at least loud fans, which is nice. I think loud fans from any possible nationality or countries is just really part of the show. So, at least one more lap to come. Nicholas Bertans. Fast as always. Throwing the car around Ikernieki racetrack. And receiving the well-deserved applause from the home audience. Naturally. So it is now 1 minute past the closing time of this session, but let's see. I don't see any movement on the track. No marshals, no one else either. So we might well have one more coming. So we do, and that would be Nasser Al-Haribali. Seems to enjoy driving as well. Do we have yet another run? We don't. So, hey, everybody, hopefully you have enjoyed these live streams as much as I have done. It is always quite exhausting to do this, but anyway, it is also highly rewarding because I know that I'm doing it for very good people, which is you guys, all the drivers and teams and everybody. So that is a privilege to me to be able to do this to you guys. And yes, follow all of the Driftmasters content, of course, follow the drivers, be a fan, enjoy all of this during the weekend. And I'm gonna now enjoy a little bit about the qualification that starts 5 p.m. First of all, before that I need to check all my camera gear and take those out, but anyway, that is gonna be a kind of a exciting afternoon and evening today as well. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we will see again in the last practice session of this race. I believe it was in 11:30. I will just double check it so I don't give any misinformation to any of you. 11:30, top 32 practice. So, goodbye everybody. See you tomorrow.